one movie you wish your clients starred in that didn't? Like, do you have any stories like that of situations where you guys missed out on an opportunity?
Well, not necessarily missed out on the opportunity, but there was all it just pops out at me all the time. I mean, we work with Renee Zellweger, and she is an amazing mentor, beautiful friend, client. Everything I was taught not to say about a client, I say about this human being because she's absolutely amazing. But I remember a long time ago, there was a project called Monster, and it was an opportunity for her. And I remember just being, obviously, she got an offer of Cold Mountain, which she won the Oscar for. So that's fine. But that was the opportunity. I know Renee would have killed that movie. It would have just been like amazing. But Charlize, it was her movie and she nailed it. But I think that one's the one that really kind of like I would have wanted to see Renee play that character because she's just amazing at everything she does.
Well, she's a badass, and I mean, if you could have though dinner with somebody dead or alive in Hollywood or in the past, I mean, anybody come to mind for you?
Ah, um, God, there's so many people. I mean, I would honestly, Tony Robbins.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Wow, maybe that's why we get along because he's
he
one
is,
of my mentors in life. So yeah,
yeah, he's
absolutely.
spectacular at everything he does. He cares about people. He does so many things outside of the limelight that don't even know about. He is just a beautiful human being and such a mentor. And he's just amazing at what he does. I've read his books. I've listened to his just anything he said. I will be right there front and center. And I listen. That's the one thing a lot of people don't do. They just through Instagram or whatever. People do not listen anymore. You need to listen, do your homework, and have your mentors. I'm a huge believer in don't I teach my kids that I don't want them to be sort of like fan out about all these singers and actors and stuff because we're just behind the scenes. I know what happens. I tell them these people are just human beings. That's what they do for a living. Pick somebody you admire, other people. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it.
Well, tell me. I mean, while we're at it, tell me something about Hollywood because you know Hollywood better than just about anybody. What are some of the
Still
lies
learning.
in Hollywood that, but like most of us, we don't understand or we don't realize or we don't, have no clue about?
Right.
Is there stuff about Hollywood that we don't understand that we don't know?
Oh, well, all the behind the scenes, and it takes a village. A lot of people think why isn't this movie out yet? Or why isn't I just had the pleasure of producing a film for Lifetime, and it's a true crime story. My client and I, Wendy McClendon Covey, it was actually the story was happening as we were on the phone, and it was during the pandemic, and we're like, well, this is crazy. It was about Vicky White, and she was a prison guard who broke out her boyfriend that was in jail. And she risked it. She risked everything. It just was like, let's go. And she broke him out of jail, and it was like an 11-day manhunt. And I remember just thinking, this should be like a limited series or a made for TV. Let's go. And we had the next day, I think we had a call with Lifetime about something completely different. And we all started talking about this. And I said, well, why don't and we literally pitched it as we were on a Zoom with a bunch of executives there. And they're like, and then I think we ended the call and then it was done. And then they called me and it's like, were you serious about this? And then I think it was 5 months later, we were in Winnipeg, Canada, shooting this film. I mean, talk about full circle and talk about just and to see and to go through the whole experience to see how many people are involved in one project is tremendous. It was such an opportunity, and just to see going from picking the supporting actors to picking the director to being a part of all of that kind of. And now it's premiering on Saturday. and we're excited for the world to see it, and pretty proud of it. And yeah, many more to come too. I think they're very happy with it, so we'll see.
So
Yeah.
I feel like you have this mindset, and I think from the day I met you, I felt like you had this different mindset that you're just a go-getter. Like, let's just figure it out. Let's go do it. Let's at least pitch it. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out there. Let's figure it out, and we'll just figure it out as we go. I mean, is that something that you think you're born with, or did you learn that from somebody? Where'd you get that?
I got it from my parents. And then as I grew into, like accumulating mentors, I got it from them. I've always taken a little from all my mentors and kind of combined it. And I've always stayed true to myself. My mom and dad were like, I really do feel this way. And I've always wanted to say this, but Latinos are the true creators of the side hustle. Okay. My mom and my dad had a full-time job, but we always had side hustles. So, I come from 9 brothers and sisters. I'm the 10th. And yeah, I mean, you have to have multiple side hustles to raise that type of family, and anyway, I met John Carabino, and we ended like, it's like a match made in heaven, and I think, I mean, I forgot what was the question.
Well, you're talking about, like, where did you get this
Oh, the
mindset of just
mindset.
get
I
shit done?
energy. You always have to have the energy. I watch you. First of all, I wanted to congratulate you on your success. And it's so self-built, and your energy is incredibly intoxicating. I watch you, I root for you, and I'm like, I love this guy. You have to have that energy and zest for life, if you will. Like, again, it goes back to the healthy balance. I have an amazing husband, an amazing family, and they give me that balance, and he gives me also that opportunity to shine and go and do what I love. It's not an easy business. When I started, it's tough, especially for a woman trying to. That's why a lot of women in my business don't have kids, because it's hard to sort of build both. And if you find that if you find that amazing partner that will give you that opportunity and kind of build on that, and it's amazing. Magic happens after that, and I truly love what I do. I'm blessed to be in a position where my clients choose me and I choose them, and we make it work. That I don't work with people that don't I don't work with people that don't want to work with me, or vice versa. It's a handshake, like an old school handshake. There's no contract. Any actor out there, if you're asked to sign a contract for 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, don't do it. Okay, don't ever do it. It's just you just have to honor the opportunities that come your way, and if they're part of it, let them commission it and then move on. So yeah, I mean, yeah, anyway, I wanted to congratulate you. I really
No,
did.
no, no. Thank you so much. I
talk about
really
having
appreciate that.
talk about having a multiple side gigs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I've been very, very fortunate, very lucky that early on, from a young age, I figured out what I wanted to do, and I ran with it. And by the way, I was 6 months in my business, and I went to my first Anthony Robbins seminar. Okay,
Wow.
so that's how aligned I am with what you're saying, because that was everything for me. I mean, I learned about my brain, I learned about how it operates, I learned how it worked, I learned how to make myself more mentally tough. I learned how to manipulate my mind to do things for me, even though I didn't feel like doing it. And
Hmm.
at a young age, I figured out what a leader really was, what a leader did. I understood empathy, I understood compassion, I understood trying to help people make a difference in the world, and how people respond to that psychologically. I understood psychology at another level, learning it from Anthony Robbins. So yeah, me and you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I get what you're saying. If you like this video and you want to watch another one, click right here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.